Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be telling you that how to export HTML5 table data to Excel file. So basically this is the application which is built using Angular 13, and basically you can see there are four columns out there, which is ID, name, username and email. So there are five rows. So this is the data that we will be export to Microsoft Excel file, and there is a simple button out there which is there, which if I press this button, all this data will be converted to Excel file and the file will be downloaded. Let me just press this button. So as I press this button, you will see that, guys, the file will be downloaded as a attachment. So this is the Excel file, XLSX. If I open this, you can see that this data is converted to Excel file. You can see this is the Excel viewer. You can see the software. So it contains ID, name, username, email. So again, if you hit it, you will see that this is creating that, exporting this data. So you can contain as many rows, as many columns as you want. So for converting this, guys, we are using a very special library which is called as XLS. So if you search for this package, this is a package which is we are using. So it is over 1 million weekly downloads. So it's a very popular module. So this is its official website. So there is a simple command, guys. You need to install it, npm i xlxx. I have written a complete blog post on my website coding Shiksha. So if you face any sort of problem, if you want the full source code, you can refer the blog post. So all the step-by-step instruction is given. So just go to the edit option and you will find out this blog post. So now to start this application, guys, you need to first of all make a new Angular project and just install this dependency XLSX. So install this, and after that simply start your Angular application. So let me delete all this code, guys, and start from scratch. So there will be nothing here. You will now see project is empty right now. So just go to your app.component.html file and we will start writing the code here. So the here, first of all, guys, we will have a simple div. So inside this div we will have a simple button, so which will say to export to Excel. So here we need to simply write the event handler. So when we click this button, so this function will execute, which is export Excel. So we will write this function here. So after this we will have a simple table, and inside this we will have table row. So there will be four columns out there. First one is for ID, then it will be name, then it will be uh, username, and then this will be email. So inside app.component.ts file, guys, we will declare a user list array. So basically this will hold a array of objects. So inside the first object we will have four properties. ID field will be one. The name field will be, you can just put any name of your choice. And then username, and then email address. So like this, guys, you can see that. Uh, so basically you can put a comma and you can just write three more times, change these values accordingly. Stuart. So just change the values here. and here we can say so there are four uh, list of data out there, guys. You can see that we have this. So now we can simply loop through inside this table. So now to loop through it is very easy. Inside this table row tag, we can use something called as ng-for, which is a directive inside Angular. So basically it's a for loop type. So we will say user list. You can see that inside app.component.ts we have this user list array. So basically we are just using this user list array. For this, we will first of all print the ID here like this inside double curly brackets, and then we will print out name. Then we will print out username, and then we will print out email. So in this fashion, guys, you can print out all this information here inside this table. So if I now execute this, you will see that export Excel is not defined. So just define this method, guys, you have here. Let me just delete this for now and run this. So it is compiled successfully. So if I open here localhost 4200. So now, guys, you can see that this data is successfully displayed inside the table. Let me just change the ID here, 3 4. So now you can see 1 2 3 4. So this is name, username, email. So once I hit this button, I need to export this to Excel file. So for that, we need to write some code here inside app.component.ts file. So here we can define this method, which is export Excel. So just find this here now. Export Excel. So here inside this method, guys, what we need to do is that. So basically this will be a void method. And inside this, we need to first of all get the element to which we need to convert. So for this, we will use document.getElement by ID. So just give it a ID to the table to which you need to convert. So Excel table. So just give it an ID so that we can target. So Excel table. So after doing this, after getting this, guys, we can simply declare WS. This stands for XLS, and you can see we are importing this library, import star as XLS from XLS. So you need to write this line at the very top. So right here, we will use the worksheet method here of this. So this will be equal to XLS dot utils dot table to sheet. This is a method. Basically, it converts a table element to a worksheet by the name itself. So we need to pass the element. So we will simply pass the HTML table. So after this, guys, we need to generate a workbook. For generating a workbook, this is WB. So this will be XLS.workbook, and this is XLS.utils. We need to initialize a new book like this, and then we need to say XLS.utils. We need to append. So we will say book append sheet. We will pass the workbook, comma worksheet, comma. So here you need to initialize your sheet name. So I will put sheet1. And then we need to simply write this file. So we will simply use write file, and workbook we need to pass as first argument, and then the file name. So file name, guys, we need to initialize it. So whatever file name that you need to give it, you can initialize it right here at the very top, file name. So this can be anything. Let me say sample sheet dot XLS. That's it. So this is your application, guys. It is complete. Let me test it now and refresh it. If I click export, you will see example sheet.xls is downloaded. You can see all these values are being converted to Excel file. So it has 4 columns, 4 rows. You can see that. So in this way, guys, you can convert any sort of HTML table to Excel file. It is very easy. So inside Angular 13, so I have shown you the complete example. If you want the full source code, you can go to the description of this video to download all the source code. Please hit the like button, subscribe the channel, and I will be seeing you in the next tutorial. Until then, thank you very much.